So this is your speaking test. I will ask you some questions from the part number 1, which is general questions for your making purpose or improving your speaking test. And first of all, I would like to ask you from part 1, then I will ask you part number 2, and you will have to answer part number 1, 2, and follow-up questions. Okay, I'm going to record your speaking test for your clerical purpose. Right now, I'm going to ask you from part number 1, which is reading habit. The first question is for you. What sort of book do you like to read?
Okay. Yeah, I like to read a different kind of book, like motivational book and also novels, which are from biography and autobiography. But my most preference is motivational book because I'm really fond of motivation. I think I'm lack of motivation. That's why I'm reading those type of book. My most favorite book, recently, not recently, just last week, I finished a book. The book name was Atomic Habits. It is written by James Charles, and I love this book.
Okay, who is your favorite writer?
It's a very interesting question for me because I have lots of favorite writers from my country, from my different country, like my neighbor country, India. So I'm going to talk about a person who is so much prominent and prolific in my eyes, who is from India, and his name Samas Mojumdar. I have really read a different kind of book, which is written by Samas Mojumdar. So I think he is the person of my most favorite.
Okay, do you read newspaper or magazine?
I do read a newspaper every morning because I love it to spend my time with newspaper. I want to know the whole situation about my country and the other country like about the world. So that's why I'm reading newspaper. It's actually my most preferable job.
Okay, describe something about your reading habit.
Uh, I'm not very good at a reading habit, but I love reading book because I'm a book-on person. Aside from earlier I mentioned I love to read motivational books. So when I'm getting any opportunity or spend downtime with myself, that I'm reading books. So I absolutely love it because I want to gather my knowledge and I try to build up my knowledge about different kinds of topics. It could be uh, like cooking habits, or it could be any other related topic. But currently, I'm taking as preparation. That's why I'm reading a magazine to related my study topic.
Okay, do you think reading is one of the most important learning way? If yes, and why?
Yes, I would say yes. Reading is a really learning way because I learned many things from reading book. I learned that recently I'm reading a book. The book name is The Secret, and it is a really wholesome book for me because I learned many things from this book. Uh, it's all about to my life purpose. How can I use my life? How can I set my dream in near future? So it's actually when a person try to gather some knowledge. So definitely I would suggest they try to read some book. It's no matter what type of book they try to read. It's just depend on the person and it's up to the me also.
Okay, let's talk about shops. What is the usefulness of shops?
I think shops make our life so much easy peasy because in this current era where purchase different kind of things from shop. And here I'm based in Dhaka city, and around my house I have lots of shops which about grocery shop, a food shop, clothes store. So I think yes, it is a really nice thing for us to purchase something.
Okay, you mentioned that sometime you are currently right now in Dhaka. So I just want to know from you, what kind of shops do the people of Dhaka prefer?
Okay. Let me think about it. I haven't thought it before because in Dhaka city perspective, lots of people prefer they like shopping. So I think they prefer a shopping mall or any other larger shop like a shop no or supermarket because in those type of shop they try to purchase different kind of things like it could be grocery or it could be clothes or food. So we are taking all that stuff from one shop. So it could be convenient for us.
Okay, what are the problems regarding this shop?
Last week, no, I faced one problem. There's so much delay to list our grocery. I purchased some grocery things for my house, like cooking things. So when I mention those type of things, they are just try to delay to choose the thing, and I'm really so much boring about the convenience. I mean, the serving.
Okay, what do you think, from your opinion, what should be done to remove this problem?
Uh, from my point of view, they are try to be so much elegant, or they could be so much timetable. They are try to maintain the timetable, and they try to talk the people. I mean, those type of people who are customer in this shop. It could be a nice behavior. That's why they remove the sort of problem.
Okay, thank you so much. You are done from part number one, and I'm going to move on part number two. I'm going to show you a cue card, and you will have 1 minute to prepare yourself. So here you can see the cue card, and you can make note, then start your presentation or speaking test after 1 minute. Okay. Okay, start your speaking test, please.
Okay, sir. Okay. Actually, I'm a really bookworm person. I love to reading book, and apart from, I try to read different kinds of books like motivational book and novel or biography, autobiography. But among them, my most favorite is motivational book. Last weekend, I have finished a book. The book name was Atomic Habit, which was written by James Charles, and it was so much fascinated to me because I learned many things from this book, and it was suggested by my bosom friend Shapna. And first she was read the book. After that, he suggested me because after 1 or 2 years ago, I feel so much depressed about my life. What can I do in my future? So that's why she suggested me the book. And when I was reading the book, I feel over the moon because I'm I'm just melting about the book because I learned many things about my life cycle and any other thing. How can I spend my time and how can I reduce my weight? And also, I learned how can I properly use my time with my study. The one thing I try to do mention because I really diminish my anxiety and tension. That's the thing I learned from this book. It was a 2 minute rules. Every day I try to do in the morning time. It is a meditation things actually, and it's helped me a lot. And from those time and still now I try to do it, and I think it's amazing for me. And the other thing is that I'm just so much depressed about my near future. I mean, what can I do in my near future? So when I read this book, I try to set my goal, and I have decided that I would like to go abroad for my education. So this is a really nice thing for me also. And this book gave me a lot of help about sorry, sir.
Okay. So you are done from part number two, and I'm going to ask you some follow-up questions, part two. Do you prefer books or movies?
I prefer books, but I prefer most book rather than movies because when I'm reading book, it gives me a good vibe and a sense of accomplishment. I find quite interesting about books. So yes, I prefer book rather than movies.
Okay. Do boys and girls like the same kind of books?
I say yes. I'm pretty sure about it because nowadays gender differences is just disappear. Do a lot of boys and girls, they are just like same kind of book. Because if I talk about most of the adult person, they are like motivational books because they are running student and they try to set their life in the future so much goodly, nicely. So that's why I think lots of people prefer same book in my country perspective.
Okay. What kind of books do Bangladeshi people like to read?
Okay, let me think about that. Bangladeshi people like to read so much novel, I think, and also motivational book because I, I'm seeing lots of people with my age and my friends also. They are trying to read some motivational book and magazines and newspapers also. So I do mention that uh, motivational book is famous about all about the Bangladesh.
Okay, do you think people need to develop their habits of reading books?
Yes, without any doubt, because people definitely need to build up their reading habit. It's give them a really good vibe, and when a person reading book, they just feel so much good because it's take away their tension and anxiety. And when they try to spend some downtime or free time, that time they are try to reading some a good book, because I think a good book teach us a good lesson for our life.
Okay, thank you so much, Gulsan and Mimi. You are done from part number 3, and I'm going to check your speaking test for your clerical purpose. After end of the class, then you will have your marks. Thank you so much.